I would like to apologize for this video being so late. The last video I did was a tutorial on how to sew in my signature to have a decorative spine looking like this. This was inspired by Sasibo. If you guys haven't seen my video, I will go ahead and put the link in the description. I wanted to show you guys what my pages look like before I start doing the Defemberember. And unfortunately, I am way behind on Defemberember. So let me go ahead and show you guys what I got. Welcome, it's Winnie from BellaSunshyn. Before we look inside my journal, I wanted to say thank you to the artist that provided me the free digitals that I use throughout my journal. I have 24 digitals that I use, 12 pages because I printed them two-sided. The digitals that I use is coming from Scrapbooking with Me, Louise W. Design, Y Rose Bohemian, Create with Scrimpy Mommy. I have a couple from Tina from the Digital Collage Club that I have a membership with. I have, I think, about 4 digitals that I use from Rach and Bella Crafts. Then most of the digitals that I use, like this one, it's coming from Artsy Made. With these freebies, I was able to create a journal that I'm extremely excited about. I did have some trouble designing the cover. It was a long process, but I finally came up with the one I'm happy with. This is the cover. As you can see, I did not add the year to this cover because I'm not sure if I'm going to go ahead and start the Defemberember in January, or if I want to save this journal for maybe next year or use it for something else. Whatever I do with this journal, if I finish it, of course, I'm going to show you guys a flip through. I lost the footage that I had showing you guys what my pages look like before I touched it. So I have a duplicate that I can show you guys. I have 4 signatures in the journal, and each signature I use 3 digitals, and then I added 5 more pages into the signature. So in each signature, there are 8 pages. So throughout my journal, I did some stamping, some splatters, some stenciling, some sewing. I added some color throughout the pages. And I'm sure y'all are wondering why go through all that process. Well, I love the grungy look at the moment. So that's what I was going for with this journal. The journal, or not the journal, the digital itself is beautiful. You don't have to do anything to it. Look at that. But it does make a big difference when you change it up to kind of make it your own. So that's kind of what I did. You guys don't have to do that, of course, but I just wanted to show you guys. I think it's kind of neat when you can see the before and after, you know, before you touch it, what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the journal, kind of explain a couple of things if an explanation is needed. If you guys are only interested to see what it looks like, go at the very end and I will do a complete flip through without any talking of this journal. So with this one, I don't know if you guys can tell, I had a stamp that was a chicken, and I just thought, why not put it in here? It makes me smile. But as you guys can see, I actually use a marker to kind of outline the rooster, and now it kind of pops out. Before I did that, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't detailed. So just an idea, if your stamp is not showing you the detail you're looking for, I would just do the marker and outline it, and it makes a big difference. So as you guys know, Defemberember is supposed to be getting you out of your comfort zone, trying new things, embracing the imperfection. That would be for me. And sewing, it is not one of my things because I can't sew straight. So this year with this journal, I experimented with my machine. I wanted to see the different stitches. And I really am loving these thread coming out. It just gives you... it gives me a different vibe. I just love it. With this one, it's just a paper bag. I think this was from Starbucks. It's a pocket here. And then with this one, this is a parchment paper. I was experimenting to see, this is what it looks like. I wanted to see if I can put a stencil on top of it and coffee dye it. And yes, you can. It makes a different noise once it's all grungy and stuff. So I just added this because I love the noise. Then I added some stenciling. As you can see, this is the stencil. I am not happy with the texture paste that I use. I created my own. It warped my paper. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. This is what this page looks like. So I need a different ingredients. I need to try a different paste to see if I can, because I use PVA glue, some baby powder, and glue. No, PVA is the glue. What else did I use? Oh, I use acrylic paint, white acrylic paint. So if you guys have different ingredients, can you leave me a comment, please, and let me know? This type of sewing is inspired by Barbara. Love it. I like these little stuff here. And this is what that digital looks like. Then with this one, I'm not sure, I think this is what, I don't know what you call these. I don't know what kind of paper this is. But this is the before and that's the after. And this is the other digital. And this one, I didn't do much. I just added some stenciling here. Now this is a those coloring pages. They normally come, you know, stark white. I coffee dyed it first, and then I added these other color. And I think we're doing the adding of the colors throughout your pages to kind of bring them together, like they're cohesive, they go together and stuff like that. And that's why you'll see the same type of stamping or stenciling, some splatter throughout the journal. There's another one, and this one, I think you guys can see how the paste is warping my paper, and I'm not liking that look at all. This one was another parchment paper. I used my, what do you call these? The spray stain or the oxide. I wanted to see how long it would take for using parchment paper, how long it would take to dry. It does take a long time to dry. And I actually had to kind of use a paper towel to blot them. But as you can see, you can stamp on it and everything. Sew it and enjoy the noise that it makes. Then with this one, this is what it looks like. Very, very different. And then it's just plain on the other side. Now with this one here, this is actually a it's for the blind people. What do you call this? Braille. This is what my page looked like. I got this at Half Price Bookstore. It comes with lots of pages, and I just love the texture. And this is what it looks like when it's coffee dyed. Very different. Then this one, I had these. So you can see this is what it looks like, brand new. And you touch it up. This is just a paper bag that I did some, what do you call this? Acrylic paint, you know, kind of like doing it on your jelly plate. Did some music sheet. Now with this music sheet, they are sewn in signature, so I'm able to get the two pieces together, but in the middle there's already holes. So what I did is I added some tape, what do you call these? Masking tape. And with the masking tape, you can actually color and stamp these like these. This is the masking tape. As you can see, you can stamp it, and I added some gesso to it so later I can add things to it. I did this because I was afraid the hole was gonna rip, so I just added some masking tape to kind of help it be stronger. This is a tissue paper. Now this is pretty flimsy. And when I did coffee dye this with this stencil, it was very delicate. What you would have to do is put it on a cutting board, coffee dye it, put the stencil on it, and then move it elsewhere to dry, because it's going to need about overnight to dry. You don't want to move the stencil and the tissue paper on its own because it's fragile. I think you'll end up ripping it. But as you can see, there's even the writing on it, which is Vineyard Vines tissue paper. I just, again, loving the noise. I just did this just for the look and the noise. Let's see what this one looks like. This is inside. The other half of that tissue paper. This is the other half. And then this one, I don't know if you guys can see my little bug there, or what do you call it, beetle. And then this one looks like this one. Another one that's brand new. And as you can see on this one here, I ripped this page accidentally, and I just did some funky sewing to put it together. And that is it. I did have some, I wanted to add some pockets. So you guys can see there was no embellishment into this journal. And I had a couple of stuff, idea, like I got this from Barbara. She did one for Louisa's journal. And this was so much fun to make. I was originally going to use this fabric to be the back cover of this, which would have looked like this, but I cut it too short, so it didn't work out for me. But I think this would still look good in this journal, so I wanted to add this somewhere. I have a couple of tags that I was going to turn into a pocket, kind of going like this. I just didn't have time to do this, so this is what the journal looks like without any embellishment inside. And I think if I am going to save this for next year, I'm probably just going to add more pockets and tuck spots and belly bands and things like that. But otherwise, you know, I love this journal. I really want to work on this. I want to do something with this. I just need to be able to sit down and make time to do it. And hopefully I can do that after I move into my new craft room. So this is it for now. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave a message, not a message, leave a comment below. And just stay tuned if you guys want to see the complete flip through of this without any talking. This is probably going to be my last talking video. So I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Until next time, happy crafting.